Good morning, and welcome to another Markets Ways video. It is the 19th of May today, and we've resumed the medium-term trends that we've been talking about over the past few days. And for that, we need, of course, to have another update today with the US index, the euro dollar, oil, gold, and also a stock that is likely to move, that is Lufthansa. And I hear you guys on your comments. I read your comments. I will try to include the index and also the oil, the gold more on the daily videos. I'm switching between, the euro always is on the charts. Actually, I'm switching between the oil, gold, and index day by day, but I'll try to include them more. Okay. Sometimes when there is important updates, we need to do that on a daily basis. Sometimes we can leave a day to pass without looking at certain assets because we don't really want to end up looking at the same assets on a daily basis, because all we're going to be looking is 5 assets, whereas we have more than 100 to keep an eye on. So with that said, I think I will get in start. I'll get started with DXY today. As you recall, last time we talked about this potentially continue to the downside with that wave 2 being sharp, and this sort of signal coming in. There's good chances that this might consolidate or even become some sort of sideways market over here with a bit more upside as well, taking into consideration the signal here on the MACD, but we don't get it on the RSI, and then continue down in wave 3, or continue down in wave 3 as we are now, since this is already lasted more than that one, and then start correcting up for a more decent correction. Okay, in neither case, and because we have waves 1 and 3, and we can assume 4 is done, we can bring on the 618 and the 38.2. So 89.45 is a level to look to end this minute, sub-minute pink 5, if of course wave 5 is in here. Now, what else we can do is take the Fibonacci from here to here and look at the relationships that we've got over here. And what we've got over here is the 61.8. And over here, we just had that like the 15 or 20% or so. So ideally, and should this be considered as a wave 3, we would prefer that to move up to the 38, because the 61 and the 38 is where the two corrections are supposed to go, or the other way around, or any other corrections actually, as long as they both equal to 1. So don't be surprised if we see that happening. If we see that happening a little bit lower, again, that we'll just have to move that a little bit further down. We're still around the 61.8. We still can wait the correction up to the 38.2. Okay, so that's for the index, guys. On the euro dollar, we looked at the upside over here yesterday. We said we can expect prices to move up to 122.55. I'm still expecting that to be the case. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more leg up, which, okay, here we've got 2 scenarios, right? In the short term, that we ended the correction down here internally. Yeah, so 4 is here, I'm gonna go down there. Or we're gonna move up, then correct, and then move up again. Okay, so 2 scenarios here in play. Let me just do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 4, 3, and then 4 and 5. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then 4 and 5. So we're looking at this correction over here in the internal wave 4. It could be a case where, since it's like, it could be an ABC, that can be an ABC, we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that is going to be a flat. but we don't get signal on the RSI or on the MACD apart from the histogram, which is expected. They are just two EMAs distance here that we're looking at. So I'll be looking at what happens should we remain above that previous high. Okay, actually that's what I'll be looking. If we remain above, most likely when I get to 122.50, and then perhaps see that correction finally taking place. If not, it could be a case where we're gonna stay a little bit longer here and then move higher. Now, in case that we move lower and we break below wave 1, then things are going to get a little bit more complicated, as you can understand, right? But that's not going to happen in a day, so we'll be able to update you on that tomorrow, should it, of course, occur. Now on oil, still a correction for me, and I'm expecting prices to move lower. Finally, it looks like we've got a good signal to the downside. Last time we talked potentially for that being a leading diagonal 2 and then internally 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That has failed because prices moved up, and that move is impulsive, which means that the last way to the outside. We didn't get a good signal here on the RSI or the MACD. We got an internal bearish divergence here on the MACD histogram. And to me, though, it looks like this is wave 3 of 1. I mean, it could be a case where it's 1. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that's 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, and 5. Or it could be a case where this is 1, 2, 3, 4, might stay here for a bit. Then we'll get the 5, that will become 1. Then we'll move up and down again. Okay? I wouldn't be surprised, because don't forget, usually wave 3 is the most impulsive. But for the current structure, we can assume that wave 1 is done over here and wait to see where this is going to take us. But do expect prices to, well, as long as we stay below 2360, to be fair, we're looking to be more bearish than anything else. And I will be looking at the break of the channel to somewhat validate the move to the downside, and then the break of the 62.27 to confidently validate it. Not definitely, confidently. Now, in terms of the structure over here, guys, I did mention in one of the videos, I think it was last time as well, that there is potential that this wave Z, because we had it over here, might get extended. Okay, and this is exactly what happened. Still, we didn't get a fresh high. Even if we did, it could be any of the variations of the expanding flat. And I'm looking at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there is another scenario here in that structure. It doesn't change really anything, but it could also be seen that this is the, wave A is here. Okay, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you've got A, B, C, D, and E. Yeah, with an overthrow in wave E. That is an A, a running triangle, and a 5-wave move up again. Same. It's just I prefer this scenario, which shows a flat over here, because I'm not sure I like this triangle size, to be fair, for that being an A and for that being a C. It's just triangle. This triangle looks a bit too big for this particular structure. That's the only reason. Now, as you well know, of course, and then the alternative scenario is that we'll go all over it again, a leading diagonal over here, then wave 2, and we will continue higher. Let's see what happens over here and over here. So we'll get there, and then we can update as always. Gold. As expected, 1, 2, then we've got 5 internally, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's similar to euro dollar, guys. Here though, on gold, I'm a bit more bearish, or maybe not bearish, biased to the downside, but that in this particular structure means more corrective. So we might do a sideways over here and then move up to 1882, 1885, or whatever that takes us. as we have already clustered that out, then 4 and 5 for continuation to the upside. Why? Because I get two signals on the MACD on the RSI. On euro dollar, I don't get them, which means euro can be a little bit more inclined to move higher than gold is. Okay, now that looks like an ABC, and it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or something. We don't know, which means, you know, this is one. Now I wouldn't think so actually. ABC, no. 1, 2, perhaps 3, 4, 5. I don't know, but I don't think it's going to be any sort of crazy correction over here. We've got a sharp one over here, okay, and quick. Perhaps just a simple flat over here, you know, and then we're going to get up actually a running flat, which means already happened, because we cannot have a regular flat. We consider that to be the B wave. Of course, it's possible that it's possible that wave 3 is here, right? Because this can be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 over here seen as, but as long as we are playing around this trend line at the top, consider this to remain around these levels, okay? As with our usual thing here, let's see where we are as well. We're between 76 and 86, and over here between 14 and 23. So we're pretty much done with the correction. It's just we could get another leg down in the very short time. That wouldn't hurt at all. 4 targets again, 1 to 3 to 4. The 38 comes to 1887. So it could indeed be a case where we might have another leg down, $2 down, and that's going to be even a better cluster. Okay, that's for gold as well. Obviously, before we go, don't forget that we can still get another leg down and come all the way here. That would change the whole structure of this, of course. Wave 3 wouldn't be here and 4 wouldn't be here either. And Lufthansa, guys, for Lufthansa, I need to go back. Let's go out over here because I'm going to show you what I'm looking at. Okay, this is like a corrective move, right? W, X, and Y for W, X, and I'm expecting the Y. This is the reason I wanted to show you this, because it looks like we've done the X and the Y is up to the previous stop at around $31. Right now, where we are at 10. Okay. Now, with the X being done, shall we go on the daily? I think we can go even lower down. Let's go on the 2 hour. Yeah, the X done over here. Oops, excuse me. To me, it looks like now this is going to be, you know, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for A, then B, and then C, and this is where wave Y is going to end, right? Or it could be something different. It's too early to say how this is going to develop, but for now, I know that I see wave 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, W, X, Y for 2. 1 a leading diagonal, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I believe wave 3 is going to be very extended. First of all, the move is supported by a leading diagonal, okay? Should it come, of course. Second, connecting that ascending channel over here, our low, our wave 2, and our wave 1, well, gets us, depends on, of course, the angle that wave 3 is going to take, but it could take us anywhere up to 20. And that is going to be, guys, yeah, around the 61.8 Fibonacci extension of waves 1 and 2, which makes very sense because it's very close to the cluster, to the ascending channel top as well, okay? Now, we could get another low before we move up, right? But I'm seeing these signals over here. And this signal, guys, is called, like, you can call it a double divergence signal or something. When the hidden comes after the standard, or the standard comes after the hidden, both pointing in the same direction, a reversal. And this is what we get right now. So to me, that means, you know, we could move up, but I don't like this signal, okay, on the RSI, okay, because it looks like that the RSI is going to go a little bit higher, prices will still be below, okay. So in case we do that, means that we're going to get a correction, okay. That's the only thing I don't like, unless if that is considered to be part of the internal structure, okay. So which means that would be 1, 2, 3, yeah, oh sorry, 1, 2, 3 before we break up, then we get the 4 and then the 5, and perhaps it could be another leading diagonal, who knows, it's very early to say, but this, guys, is a medium to long-term opportunity, and to me it's a very good one. Now, what else I'm looking at here? Yeah, I'm looking also at the possibility of these to, you know, because we've had the W, we've had the X, and now we're looking for the Y, right? Supposedly. So that's going to be the A, the B, and the C over here. And we are here. So it could be a case that this is going to be WX and Y, ABC, ABC, which means we're going to get wave X down here. And that means that can be an A, B, and a C instead. That's why I have it here as an alternative scenario, okay? That is going to give us a lower price over here to the upside. Still, we're looking at $16 because that's the 100 Fibonacci extension for waves 1 and 2 currently, which means if they were A and B, it would be wave C around 16, okay? So pay attention to the break of a binary wave 1 over here and how that happens, because if we take into account I'm going to get there and the current 1 and 2, I mean, wave 3 has to extend like to 3618 perhaps, so that we can have a fairly sufficient, there you go, wave 5. Wave 5 will be equal to 1 at 4618, yeah, 1685. And this is, well, wave 3 could be here, okay? So it really depends if we're going to move up impulsively and what is the duration of this move to the upside, okay? So guys, this is all I see for Lufthansa as well. I want to thank you very much for watching. And in case you have any comments, don't hesitate to leave them on the commentary section on YouTube, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I hope this video has been helpful to you, and we'll speak again tomorrow.